Hello guys, I'm Simon and welcome to Super Nerds UK, your source for all things pop culture. Now we're doing the breakdown trailer of Alien Covenant: The Crossing. So this has come out, it came out yesterday. I'm only having time to do it today, sorry. Sorry about the lighting and all, the lights broke so it looks a bit but anyway, we're getting into this trailer. So this is basically to bridge the gap between Prometheus and Covenant. Now it is from the film, so it is very spoilerish, but if you're like me who's a huge Alien fan and just needs more, then yes, it was the more I needed. So it starts off talking about the Prometheus disaster in 2093. That is when the Prometheus obviously went to find the engineers and then it was destroyed. Then we're opened up with some shots of the Juggernaut just floating in space and David speaking over it, telling the story of what happened. We also get the shot of Elizabeth Shaw in this, and I'm quite happy to see it. I know she was going to be in the film anyway, but we didn't know in what sense, because I thought she was amazing in Prometheus. I mean, I wanted her to kind of be that new Ripley, although we're going to get that with Daniels in Covenant. So yeah, but it's nice to see it again. So we see a chart and maps. So it's a bit weird why she do that when the kind of space jockey does that inside the Juggernaut ships, but she's got like some weird device and she's writing it down. But I'm sure that will become apparent to us why she's doing that. Maybe she doesn't trust David who's going through it and that, because you know, it's David, he's not very trustworthy, he killed a boyfriend in Prometheus. But he talks about the compassion he has for Elizabeth, because the next scene we see is Elizabeth actually repairing him. Now, a lot has been said of how does he get there. Obviously, this answers that by you seeing Elizabeth repairing him, and he's obviously talking her through it. So it's not like, well, she doesn't know how to do it. He's actually telling her how to do it. Random thing as well, he says you're kind of hard. He talks about he wouldn't get that kind of compassion off Wayland, his creator. So it's like he holds Elizabeth very highly in his opinion, considering she could have left him on the planet, although she wouldn't have been able to get off the planet. So what have we got? They start charting their way to the engineer's homeworld. So you see the space jockey scene again that we've seen from Prometheus, where they were going to Earth and it was like all the big holographic projection and that looks amazing. I mean, I went to see Prometheus in IMAX and that just looked stunning, that scene. So I can't wait to see that again. It's nice that it's being brought back into this film. So yeah, that looks good. We find out that they don't know how long it's going to get them to get to the engineer homeworld. Excuse me. Because he just doesn't know. So Shaw goes into cryostasis in one of the engineer cryopods. And we have a little bit of, you know, what if they're not good? And it's David saying, well, if they're better, at least they got to be better than us. I've like probably murdered that. He didn't say that, but yeah, it's along them lines. And then we see David left on his own, because obviously Shaw's going to cryo. He's left on his own on the Juggernaut now. So he says he learns about the engineers and their ways. So I'm wondering, has he gone and looked in some archives or something that's on the computer and learned too much? Does he know too much about the engineers? Does he resent them more because of what he's learned? Maybe he's learned something about us from them. All could be answered in the film. We see the ship then jump out of FTL. I'll call it FTL because I'm not too sure, but it's like jumps out into the homeworld's atmosphere, and it's coming to the engineer city. Now we're saying the engineer city, we're not too sure if they are engineers, but it does have a massive docking platform that the Juggernaut attaches to, and we see all the buildings on the ground everywhere and a load of citizens in this big circle. It looks amazing, and again I can stress in IMAX this is going to look fantastic. But when the ship docks, it's then we see like a cargo hatch at the bottom of it open up with all the canisters ready to be deployed. So as we know, these canisters are going to be used against the engineers. I don't think they're engineers, I think they're a hybrid. I think they were what we were meant to be. We failed them, so they created them. That's just my theory on it. But yeah, it stops there. I've watched a lot of reactions to this, and not many notice that when you're watching in the room, the canisters are going up the walls as it comes down, and I thought that looked pretty cool. But anyway guys, that's my trailer breakdown of the Alien Covenant, The Crossing. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you around.